See what I have to deal with?
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Look at this glass cake, bundt cake pan dish. It says glass bake, so it's McKee, and the color of it is that yellowish color, the way the early Pyrex is. But this is definitely marked glass bake, so that probably goes back to well, McKee, so the Depression era, and it's $5. So I don't know. I don't know how well that would sell. I don't need it, but. It's just a nice old piece. And here's a console. Yeah, this is a nice heavy console bowl. Now this looks like it's probably from the 30s or 40s. I do not recognize that pattern. Look at the wings. They're sort of like ocean waves. See that? I'd love to know which pattern that is. $5 on that. It's nice and heavy too. It's unusual, the pattern on that. I won't buy that, but that might be worth buying just to have, because I don't really cook those types of cakes. But I don't have, well, I guess because I don't have the pan. If I buy the pan, maybe I'll cook the cake and eat the cake. So here is a piece I'll show you out in the car. I'll do a front seat reveal. Look at this old china. I wonder if it's English. That's a pretty color blue. What color blue is that? Periwinkle? And it says England New, wait a minute. New Wharf Pottery. Semi-porcelain, made in England. $6 for the gravy boat with its underpants. Just English transfer, old stuff. It's attractive. Look at this 1930s, 40s perfume bottle, but rats. It's got a great big crack in it right here. Oh, by the way, I'm not the one that picked off the tape. Somebody else did that before I got here. Just letting you know. See the crack in it? Look at that stopper. That's a pretty candlewick piece for $3.99. That's candlewick. Yeah, I didn't like that crack. Here's another little ring trinket thing. This isn't old though. It's okay. Missing its price tag. This is a Goodwill here in Northeast Philadelphia. This is where I find, I never know what I'm going to find in this one. That's pretty much true for every store, but this is the one that does not have specials, special colors. They don't reduce their prices on anything. There's Glass Bake by McKee. $5 for that steak tray. So that's probably from the 50s, since it's a McKee piece. Well, I can't remember the exact year, but I think it's sometime around 1950, maybe the very late 40s. Well, we'll say after the war, when this classic model of Sunbeam went from cream and green to black and white. Yeah, that happened sometime, I think, right after the war, when the colors changed. That's that iconic Sunbeam. This one's in good shape. Now, I've already got two of these at home I need to work on that are the black and white. If this was the cream and green, boy, I would snatch it. This one in black and white is not that uncommon, and as I said, I've got two at home with the bullet speed indicator back here. Very nice with the fins and everything, and I've got to do work on the ones I've got. So, but it's clean, the paint is good on it. And if I had an endless amount of storage, that would come with me. Now, 25 bucks, yeah. Okay, but you've got the beaters in one bowl. Still not interested. But how many of you had one of those at home? Your mother had one or your grandmother had one. They lasted for years and years and years. If you just oiled them every once in a while, you would be in good shape. All right, let's go look at the lamps. So mid-century tacky, I love it. Now, you know, when I say tacky, I'm not making fun of it, but you know, well, not really tacky, but what am I trying to say? Kitsch. These wonderful, they're in really good condition. They're only $4 each. These Asian-inspired prints, you know. Can't you just see these with a chartreuse lamp sitting next to it and some big old floor model television? Those are really nice. I like them. Now that I call them tacky. Okay, I was not planning on going on camera. Don't look at me. I didn't shave today and I got bit under the eye by a bug. But we must press on, even during trying times. I'm not complaining. Look what I just got at the thrift shop, a black glass vase. Now this one I've never had before. It was $2.99. And the base of it there is very, very candlestick-like. Yeah? Just like from that part down. So, black glass vase. Yeah, these are like never marked. Unless it's the new stuff. You know how like, I don't know, like after the 60s, well, you know, in the 70s then Fenton is marked and Westmoreland is marked and Imperial is marked and all things are marked, but this early stuff isn't, so I'm not sure about that. Now, look at this. This has a surprise. Now, 1930s chrome, you know how I'm always collecting these things. What you can't see is, I'm going to show you, well, I paid for this. I paid $5. I would not have paid $5 if it did not contain its surprise. And I peeked while I was in the store. See what I have to deal with? This is what I found when I peeked. But first, before we look at the surprise, we have a sort of mottled cream and green Bakelite. Very unusual, the knob there on the top. Now this one is Foreman Brothers, not Farber Brothers. There's Foreman and Farber. And they all did chrome and whatnot. So, all right, 1930s, but look at the surprise. When we lift the lid, what are we going to find? A spider? No. A pink insert. A pink depression glass insert. I have never once found, and it just sits in there. for this thing to still be resting inside since about 1935 is incredible. Now, what would you... Now, it's small. I mean, that's only 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 inches in length. You're not going to get a stick of butter in there. What do you suppose that was in this? I mean, anything small that would be to serve on the table, I suppose. But anyway, look at that. It's like a little mini roaster with its pink insert. I couldn't believe it. And that Bakelite handle on the top, that just takes it over the top. Now I've got something back here in the car to show you. Let me go get some water. It is hot, or warm anyway, and then I'll show you what's in the back. Look, I was just talking about Goofus glass the other day. I hadn't seen any in forever, and there's another piece of it, almost always in gold and red. Yeah? And then you'll see there's a lot of noise in here, and my battery's almost dead. So I'm going to talk about these out in the car. This is Czechoslovakian, and this is German. I think this is German. Look at this. It's a lemon reamer for the tea set. Okay, yeah, there is a lot of noise in here right now. Let's get out in the car and have a discussion. There's that man sitting there in the parking lot talking to himself again. Oh well. I have just come from the thrift shop, and take a look at this. Now this has a Philadelphia connection. And I was just talking about Ralph and Terry Covell, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so. How much I admired them, met them both a couple of times way back in the 80s. And just lovely, down-to-earth people. So knowledgeable and so kind, and I just love those people. Well, he's gone, but Mrs. Covell's in her 90s, and I subscribe to them and I get their newsletter. But I was just reading about E.R. Filla. I'm in my car and I'm going to get the names and the dates wrong, but you guys can all look it up. But while I'm in the Goodwill today, I find this chintzy sort of patterned two-tiered tidbit thing. Okay, now I see the squared plates, which is now putting me in that sort of 1930s era. I want you to see how pretty it is. You'll see it better when we get inside. But when we turn it upside down, the pattern is called Windsor. And it is marked E.R. I'm going to show you. E.R. Filla, established 1886, Czechoslovakia. Aha, now, we know Czechoslovakia didn't become Czechoslovakia or Czechoslovakia until 1918, right after the war. So why does it say established 1886? Aha, this is the giftware company in Philadelphia that imported this piece. And I think it was Ebling and Rouse. So, I'm getting that part wrong. But that giftware company in Philly, they were established in the 1860s. All right, so they brought in China giftware. This one happens to have been made in Czechoslovakia, and I would place it in the 1930s. Remember, there was a period during the war when nothing was happening, and then once we start getting pieces out of Czechoslovakia again in the, whatever it is, the mid to late 40s, styles have changed, and these square dishes are not as popular. So I think it's pre-war, probably dates to the 30s, Czechoslovakia. And that mark on the back is a mark you'll see after 1920. So there are no chips or cracks on it. And again, I apologize because being out here in the car, you can't see it very well. But I know a lot of times you like to see things fresh from the shop, even though I was not going to go on camera today. As I said, I'm doing it anyway. Look at this. Hand painted. I think this is Prussia. So it's Royal, what is it? Royal Ruben Halter Strassen Ribbentropen Hassenpfeffer something. I can't remember the name. My porcelain lady who's watching. Yes, I'm going to bite this tape, and you're all going, oh, you're going to get sick. I want to get this tape off. I'm getting, well, I guess I'll wait until I get inside. Because I don't want to break it. But it's all hand painted. Fancy lemon reamer for your tea party. Yeah? You can't see, there's too much sunlight. So there's a Prussian name underneath. It was what, $2.99? So I don't see any chips or cracks on it. We'll take a look at it inside. I guess this would be part of a fancy tea service where you get extra. Everybody gets cups and saucers and creams and sugars, but this is probably a peripheral piece that you could get for more money to ream your lemons at the tea party. Okay, I think there's one more thing back there, but let me get in the house. This might be it. In fact, I think this is going to be it. So I'll just go ahead and say this was all over the place today, but sometimes my videos are like that. Thank you for watching. Nothing that you saw today is available in the old Curiosity shop yet. You know I'll let you know because I'll get it all cleaned up and listed. I don't know what you're doing, and I don't know when you're watching this or what time it is, but I hope you're doing well. This should air sometime over the weekend. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. We're getting some warm weather here. It's supposed to be beautiful all weekend, warm anyway, which is nice. Spring is here. I hope spring has sprung where you are as well. That's it. I'm Scott from the old Curiosity shop saying thanks for watching. Wait for the cat. And so long for now.